Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing with you my April TBR, which is to be read in case you don't watch, booktube videos or anything like that. TBR means to be read. So these are all the books that I want to read in the month of April. And this may or may not be a little ambitious for me personally. I am trying to read more. But I'm a very busy person and I don't always make the time that maybe I should to read more. Sometimes I can't make the time to read more. So I'm trying though. I'm trying. So I have 3 categories. I've got audiobooks, physical books, and Kindle, like Kindle Unlimited. So I am going to go through those now. Actually, I'm going to do the physical books first. And then I'll go through the other ones. So first on the list is The Saturday Night Ghost Club by Craig Davidson. And move over here. Okay. So this is The Saturday Night Ghost Club by Craig Davidson, and I have already started reading it. I'm probably about a quarter of the way through. And so far I'm really liking it. It's hard to tell where the book is going exactly. Like, I know that they're going to create a club about ghosts and like spooky things. But it's hard to tell whether or not the spooky things that happen in this book are going to end up being real or just a child's imagination, like, working overtime. Do you know what I mean? Where I'm at so far, it's hard to tell. But I kind of like that because it's kind of like suspenseful in that way a little bit. But yeah, so that's that one, and I'm probably going to work on finishing that one first alongside one of my audiobooks. The next physical book is Angelica Frankenstein Makes Her Match by Sally Thorne, and this one is kind of like a Frankenstein retelling, but it's from the perspective of Frankenstein's sister. So, and Frankenstein is the doctor. So Dr. Frankenstein's sister, Angelica, decides that she wants a husband. But, and she, like, her brother has been trying to set her up with, like, an actual living husband. Like, with a bunch of, like, men that he knows or something. But she's, like, super picky and doesn't like any of them. And he's getting frustrated with her for just, like, not just like picking a man, do you know what I mean? And so she decides that she's going to have her brother help her build one. So they are like spending time going and purchasing body parts that she wants for her husband that she's making. I have read a little bit of this. I don't know where. Okay. Like literally a little bit. Like I'm on... There's no way. I read more than this. I guess I only read that much. I've read like the prologue and half of chapter 1. Is that real? I guess so. Technically I started it though. But yeah. So I don't really know where that's going to go, but it sounds really interesting. So there's that. Next is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, and surprisingly enough, I have never actually read the book, and I have this like really old version. I don't even know. I think it's from like the 60s or something. I'm pretty sure it says in here. Does it not say in here? Maybe it's older than that. I don't know. It doesn't say when it was published. Maybe it's not as old as that. Maybe I'm just crazy. If anybody I couldn't find this particular copy anywhere, so if anybody knows when this is from, I would much appreciate you letting me know, because it's not actually printed in here, so that's frustrating. But this should be a really quick read, just because like the words are pretty big and pretty you know, spaced and they don't even fill the whole page. But I do want to read it because I've had it for a long time and I have never actually read it. So there's that. Next is All the Murmuring Bones by A.G. Slater. I'm guessing that's Slater, not Slatter. I am probably about close to a third of the way through this one. And I did not do that on purpose, that I had already started all these. I did not. But I'm really liking this so far. So this is like a dark gothic, like, mermaid tale, but like the mermaids are evil. They're like, I wouldn't really say they're like sirens. They're kind of siren-like, but they're definitely mermaids. And it's just really interesting. So basically the main character, and I don't think this is going to give too much away, but the main character, her grandfather dies, and they are part of this family that for generations has made deals with the merfolk in order for their shipping business basically to be successful. And so they were super rich and super influential, and they held a lot of power at one point, but now their line is dwindling, and over time it's been kind of, their bloodline has been diluted because they're like real into incest, trying to keep their bloodline pure. So her grandma concocts a plan to kind of fix their financial issues, and the main character doesn't like that, you know, rightfully so. And also, like, the mer people are mad at them because they're like, they're in breach of contract, and it's just really interesting. And there's this, I hope, there's this one part that has happened, and I really hope that it comes back to talk about it more, because it's not about the mermaids at all from what it seems like, but it's so interesting. And I don't want to say because, I mean, I guess I can. I'll be as vague as I can. But basically there is this automaton, and it's like, I think it's made out of wood. It might be metal, I'm not sure. But it's like an automaton that like sings, and when the main character like goes to get a closer look at it, she doesn't know if it really happened or if she imagined it, but it's like almost like the automaton is like actually alive, but like stuck, like consciously aware but not physically capable of like moving or doing anything or speaking, or like, I don't know. It's just really interesting, and I hope they bring that back like in some time in the book. It's just so good. It's just so good so far. I can't wait to continue reading that. Okay, now I'm going to scooch back over and I'm going to get into the audiobooks and the Kindle Unlimited books that I want to read. So scooch over so that I can hopefully figure out how to put a picture over here. The first, do audiobooks. I've got 3 audiobooks that I want to listen to in April. The first one is Carmilla. I think that one's only about 3.5 hours, and I've listened to about half an hour of it so far. So I'm really liking it so far. It's really interesting. It's a sapphic vampire book, a classic. So if you've got Audible, it's on there for free. It's like part of the free books, so I would definitely recommend it because so far it's pretty good. Oliver Twist, I want to listen to, and I think that is on there. I think that's also around 3 hours, 3.5 hours long. I've never read Oliver Twist, and when I saw it was on there, I figured I might as well. I really want to get through a lot of classics, because I feel like I've read like an abysmally small amount of classics, and I want to read more because I really enjoy them. And then the third audiobook is Aragon. I'm doing like a book club thing with my husband, and we're each picking a book, and the book that he picked was Aragon, because I guess like the new one, there's a new one in the series that's coming out soon, or like just came out or something like that. So, and I have never been able to get through it. I don't understand. Like, I've tried to read like the actual physical book of it multiple times, but I always get to like a certain point and then I just can't get past it. And I think it's because the beginning is just like really slow. So hopefully listening to the audiobook will kind of fix that, and it will be easier for me to get through, because it's not like I disliked it. It's just, it was really slow in the beginning. So those are the audiobooks that I want to listen to. And then I have 2 Kindle Unlimited books. One is Gothicana, which I'm not actually entirely sure what it's about. Like, let me see if I can tell you, if my phone will cooperate. So Gothicana by Runix. Is that who it's by? Where are the details? Like, what is there any like blurb about it? Okay. So, an outcast her entire life, Corvina Clem is left adrift after losing her mother when she receives the admission letter from the mysterious University of Varenmore. She accepts it as a sign from the universe. The last thing she expects, though, is an olden, secluded castle on top of a mountain riddled with secrets to see in death. Sounds fascinating. So, I want to read that, and then I also want to read Pretty Girls Make Graves. Let's see who that's by. Stephanie Holmes. So that's by Stephanie Holmes. Don't go outside on Devil's Night. I'm always the good girl. I never stand out. I follow the rules. At Blackfriars University, there's one whispered rule. Stay inside the night before Halloween. Hide under your blankets and hope the Orpheus Society isn't the monster outside your window. If they get you, you won't be humiliated. They'll put you 6 feet under, but I've screwed up. Fascinating. Dark Academia, deliciousness on both of those. So yeah, those are all the books that I want to read. That is 9 books. And that's probably not a lot for a lot of people, but that's definitely a lot for me. I think I've only finished 6 books this whole year so far. So yeah, maybe I should do another video about all the books that I finished so far. But anyway, that's it. That's all the books I want to read in April. Hopefully I can get through a decent amount of them. I definitely think I'll be able to get through at least a few of them. But alas, we will see. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, all that stuff, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Let me know what you guys are planning on reading in April. I would love to know if you've got any Dark Academia recommendations. Leave them down below, or really anything interesting, like any genre. I like so many genres. I think Dark Academia is just like where my soul is, but I like lots of genres. So recommendations are appreciated. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.